Having a cup of tea doubles up as a rehearsal for their big performance. And they still need some practice on the English chorus, but singing in every situation is nothing new for them.
If you get sick, you have to go into the forest and sing very loudly, from deep within your chest. That's how you get better. We have a saying, "He who sings lives longer."
The village of Buranovo in the Russian Republic of Udmurt, about 1,000 kilometers east of Moscow. It has no paved roads and no sewage system. There are tens of thousands of similar villages throughout Russia, but none sounds like Buranovo. In the village hall, the Buranovskiye Babushi, as they call themselves, have been rehearsing for weeks for this year's Eurovision Song Contest in Baku. Their traditional dress has been inherited from their great-grandmothers, and they will wear the costumes on stage. They've written the Udmurt parts of the song themselves. Many in their village speak the language better than Russian.
We're singing about how we set the table for our children who now live in the city and come to visit. And how we have a party and sing when they finally arrive. That's what my life is like. I live alone with my husband, and it's often boring. But when my children are home, it's instantly more cheerful.
There are numerous folk groups in the villages of Udmurt, but the women from Buranovo are the only ones who sing the Beatles in the local language, such as this version of Let It Be.
Our Udmurt folk songs are mostly sad and melancholic, because life was always difficult here. But now we also sing happy songs.
Life still isn't easy here. Valentina PYATCHENKO is one of many women in the village who live alone. Fetching water is just one of their daily chores.
During and right after the war, we had nothing to eat. Compared to then, we have everything now. White bread, for example. I'm very happy about that. But if they would just not hold up paying our pensions, we use that to help out our children and grandchildren.
Most people in Buranovo heat their homes with wood stoves. Few have gas heating. Valentina PYATCHENKO uses an old stone oven to cook. But most of the old women can't imagine swapping the village for city life. Thanks to small-scale farming, Galina Konyeva doesn't need to buy milk and eggs. Recently, the concerts have brought a bit of disruption to her daily routine.
When I am away, I hire a woman from the village to look after everything. Our producers give us extra money for that. But the animals miss me. When I return, the dog is waiting for me, whimpering at the door. Then I change and go straight to the barn to the other animals.
Moscow is just a short flight from Udmurt. The Buranovskiye Babushi have travelled here for a charity concert, though some have stayed at home to save up their energy for the big show. In the concert hall of the country's most famous cathedral, they sing Party for Everybody, their entry for the Eurovision Song Contest, complete with its Udmurt lyrics and English refrain. the women want one thing more than anything, to be taken seriously, even though they are not professionally trained singers.
It's very unusual for the Eurovision. I don't know how they will do it, but the Babushi will definitely be successful.
They are great, very unusual. I like the mix with national folk traditions. I think they'll win the Eurovision. We're all keeping our fingers crossed.
For us, it's an indescribable feeling. We never expected to go to the Eurovision Song Contest. It's a big responsibility, we feel that. We're representing all of Russia.
They're on the road a lot these days, and the turmoil is sure to increase as the big event in Baku draws closer. As always, they're donating their earnings to build a new church back home. And in the quiet moments, they look forward to everything returning to normal in Buranovo.